Hey guys, so today we're going to show you how to level a bed. This is probably the most important thing you'll do so you've set up your printer and you've added your filament and you're ready to print, but you think, wait, I don't know if my bed's level. I'm going to show you what you want to do. Now when you level a bed, you only want just a little bit of space in between the nozzle and the bed. That's really important. And you want it to be even throughout the whole thing. Otherwise, you're going to have spaces on the print and it's going to come out like looking like spaghetti. Or worse, it won't come out at all. Let me show you. So you want about a paper's distance. You want about a paper's distance between the nozzle and this. So I've got a piece of paper here, and I actually preheated mine to 60 degrees. The reason being, when a plate is warmed, it warps just a little bit. Molecules expand, and I usually print at about 80. So I did just below that. That way I don't burn my hand too bad. At 80, I end up burning my fingers. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. If it's on, it won't let me move it around. Now I can move it around and stuff.
Also, be sure to set your printer to auto home. At least that's what they call it in Creality. Basically, put it to the home position or the starting position where the sensors are at 0.
And I'm going to try and get my piece of paper underneath the nozzle. And right now, it's a little too tight. It won't fit underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and just loosen it a little bit. And now it's underneath. And what I'm really looking for is just a little bit of friction. I don't have much friction right there. I just feel a little bit of friction, and that's perfect. So it's pretty close before, but it wasn't perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and move it with the paper. We're gonna move it right here to the middle, and it seems like it's still a little tight here in the middle. We're gonna keep going. See, I can. That's ripping the paper. I can't really do that. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen this one. Actually, I believe that's tightening. We're gonna loosen this one a little bit. Okay, it's getting better. Okay, we're pretty good there. Just a little bit of friction. We're going to keep going all the way to the corner now. We're going to loosen it just a little bit more. Okay, and you see how I can just barely hear a little bit of friction. I don't know if you can hear that. I'll get my mic really close to it. I'm hearing just a little bit of friction. I'm going to loosen it just a hair. Okay, and that's perfect. See, it's moving pretty good. I just want to be able to feel that paper touching the nozzle a little bit. Okay, now we're going to move it all. And it's tight again. Now, some of the reasons why it might get tight is while you're removing your prints, you might. Where's my scraper at? So if I have a print on here, I'll just put down Minister. This is a print I did. So let's say it's printed. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape it off, and as I'm scraping, I might adjust my plate a little bit, and as a result, it's gonna adjust the plate to be a little no longer center. So on this one, I'm just loosening it a little bit. Okay, starting to get that good friction. And no one repeat the things I say. I'm kind of Tobias. That good friction sounds a little dirtier than I want it to.
No, I'm afraid I just blew myself.
If you haven't watched Arrested Development, go ahead and give that a watch. This is a little too tight over here. So we're going to go ahead and... Okay, that's much better. And as I get right here, there's not enough friction. I'm not feeling it. And like I said, 3D printing is a game of millimeters. You really want to be so careful because it's so easy to just barely be off. I'm going back and forth right now trying to find the right spot, and it's okay right there. I really like that. Just getting a little bit of that friction. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna bring it back. And now there's way too much over... Well, actually that's pretty good. Sometimes I always want to recheck it as I go. And this is one thing I kind of do is I'll move just the paper, then I do it with my hand. With my hand it moves pretty easily. Yeah, anyway. You're going to want to recheck it all. And this actually feels pretty balanced. Normally when I do it, I end up having to do it about 3 or 4 times just because one of them is off. Right here in the middle, it's just barely loose. So I'm going to check my 4 corners again and just see. In the middle, it's good. So my guess is right now that this back corner is probably a little low, but we're going to go ahead and just test that out. And you're just moving it around, trying to figure it out. This one's a little tight right here. Just barely. Loosen it a little bit more. That's perfect there. Like it's all just a game of millimeters. That one's pretty good actually. Maybe a little loose, but not too bad. And in the end, the beauty of 3D printing is that you can, as long as you're off by like 1%, you're okay. But really, you want this friction throughout all of it, and that's the goal we're looking for. Right there, it's just a little loose. So we're going to test these two corners again. Yep, this one's low, a little bit. And that's basically where we end up. At the end, you've got, right there, perfect. We've got friction again. And that's exactly how I want it to be. We're going to test this other middle again real quick. I think I'm good. That's how I want it. Just as I move it through, I can barely feel that. And then as I move this, I feel it a little bit more. Your plate is now balanced. And like I said, this is the most important thing. This and temperature. Figuring out the temperature for the print you're using are going to be the two most important things you'll figure out while 3D printing. Everything else, as long as you set up your printer okay, it doesn't matter nearly as much as these two. Thank you for watching. As you can see, our printer bed is leveled and it's printing really well. If you liked this video, if it helped you, you will like this video. You will subscribe. You will look at our other videos. Thank you.